Alrighty, welcome back. I am basically lined up now for my approach on 19R runway here at Andrews Air Force Base, and a couple of things flying this plane in if you're going to land it. One of the first things that's really helpful if you're flying from inside the cockpit, it is, by the way, easier to land from outside, just so you know you have a better view, but you are going to kill some of the realism. Depends, again, it's all up to you. But one of the things I like to do in here is turn on my 3D vision, because as you can see, it shows me kind of what I can't see, right? And it lets me kind of get a better idea of where I'm at. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my landing gear down. And I'm going to drop my flaps a little bit to slow me down some. You can see here that I'm a little under 1,000 altitude. And you can see my speed is going down. Now, when you change those flaps like I just did, it's going to pitch you up. So you kind of have to push it down some. And I'm just basically going to glide this sucker in here. I'm not going to give you the do's and don'ts of landing because I don't honestly know them per se. But I do know that you need to use the flaps. You need to put the landing gear down. And you're going to have to back off the throttle. Now, as I'm coming in even more, as I get closer, I'll probably go ahead and kick back the extra flaps as well. So we can see I'm maintaining about 70 on the airspeed right now, but you can see my altitude is declining. And I really like it over here. You can see I'm at 600. And notice I can see, I literally could just land by looking at that computer without even looking out the window. I'm giving it a little gas because I don't want to stall. This little sucker comes in slow. Came in a little high. Probably should have landed. I like to try to land it a little bit more near the numbers, but what are you going to do? All right. Now, as I get closer, I'm going to do what's called a flare. Pull it back a little bit, and then just let it drift. Probably flared a little early. Now I'm down. And I'll just use my brakes a little bit to slow it down. Now what should happen, and I'll zoom back out now, is I should get those blue lines again, the blue arrows. And you can see that this is now telling me where to go. By the way, if you land on the wrong runway or land in the wrong direction, they will yell at you. They will tell you you are not approved, to get the hell off the runway. So I'll just go ahead and take it on in. And I'm going to pause this and I'll resume when I'm there so you can sort of see what the end looks like. All right, I'm almost to my final parking spot. So I'm just going to pull up here. A lot of times you'll actually have a person there directing you, telling you where to park. I was hoping I would have that this time, but I do not. I'll just take it to my final spot here. Remember, this is the spot I picked on the world map. I know you couldn't see what it looked like, but I did pick it. And I will stop here. Now, if I want the full realism, I'm going to go back inside and I'm going to shut this thing down. Right? So I'm going to turn the key off, turn the master off. By the way, I should have turned the lights off first. Lights off, and I'm going to cut the fuel. We'll go ahead and set my emergency brake, parking brake, and I'm going to cut the fuel off. And she is now off. All right, that was the first basic flight in the Icon. Thank you very much.